Jay, we've been friends for a long time. Make the call.
I mean, this is pretty professional, guys.
Nice show you got going here.
Hey.
There he is, Kenny.
Good morning. You guys
Look at us. Huh?
You got the dump button ready? You got the dump button ready for me?
Yeah. Steve. Right.
We're still figuring out our sound effects. We got to get that. We got to get that up.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Glick, aka the Warlock, aka Jefferson Crawl, aka right. Nice pull there, huh?
I go by I got them all. I got the Abraham of Assets, the Barack of Bread, the Cain of Cash, the David of Ducats, the Elijah of Earnings, the Frank of Funds, the Glick of Gelt. You like that Yiddish? Where's my Yiddish people in the house? I go all day. What's going on, man?
Kenny, we have a client and become a good friend of mine down here, lives in the Keys. And I swear he texts me or calls me at least once a week to tell me what Kenny did on his show this morning. You should have seen Kenny this morning, dude. He keeps me updated on what you're doing. So I hear about you all the time. It's great.
Cool. Thanks. I love having fans.
Yeah, he loves you.
So Kenny's strategies have changed over the years. You know, sometimes more day trading, sometimes more swing trading. Kenny Glick is the only person I know who trades Dow Diamonds. You know, do you know anybody who trades Dow Diamonds, Strazza? Have you ever heard of it?
It's a very liquid vehicle.
Yeah.
It might be, but I've never, ever in my entire life, I've been doing this over 20 years, met anybody who has ever traded the Dow Diamonds.
Somebody's got to do it.
Kenny Glick loves to trade the diamonds.
I love the Qs more now since, again, the daily option expiration is just, thank you for creating these stock gods. Thank you.
You've been trading those things?
Oh yeah, this is my main trade now, especially, as I embrace the bull market, as I give credit for JC saying it last year that we may have bottomed back in June. I didn't get into the bullish environment until like October, but these daily options gives me the reason to stay a day trader because again, you're not going to get your 200, 300% gains on swings. But man, these daily options are absolutely amazing. Yesterday, finally, we survived shorting the Qs because, man, I've been just pounding the table on the Qs long. Yeah. You don't get in the way of momentum. But I want to talk more about what you guys are talking about, the Urban Outfitter, the Abercrombie and Fitch. These plays today, this is where I come in. I heard the conversation. I'm looking to short them all. I'll be looking to short PanW. I love gaps that revert. So when I see these big gaps up, especially on low volume like your Urban and your ANF, I'm just waiting for the sellers to show up. And if they don't, and again, I only trade, price and VWAP. So if they're gapped up, I'm looking for them to fade like Dick's yesterday. But, Dick's turned out to be a pretty good short. Then we actually got paid on the long side, and then we shorted it again. So I've gone back to just classic day trading where I'm just navigating the market, using VWAP, only looking at price, and just staying liquid. I just cashed out of a lot of positions. The Ion Q was great to us. NNOX was phenomenal. We had Palantir up to $13 yesterday. So I just went back to a lot of cash, and I'm ready to rock. And I hope there's some more volatility with this debt.
Let me ask you, Kenny. So when you're fading these like earnings gap ups, what are you doing? You're kind of letting them dance a little bit and then kind of, shorting them against the highs, setting a stop at the highs, things like that?
You got it. So, with Dick's yesterday, it was a short right out of the gate. So what I'm looking at is the pre-market highs as my out. So if I'm wrong, I'm going to be wrong real quick. So I'm going to get out. But when I'm right, you get paid like you got paid on Dick's. Now that was a stock trade. Usually 15 minutes into the day when the option prices start to consolidate and the spreads start to tighten up, that's when we start looking at options. So we looked at Dick's options in the middle of the day. And again, some of our old favorites even work. Remember JMIA, the Amazon of Africa, I think it was? Yeah. I think it's a German company that makes rugs. I'm not sure what they do, but even that stock gapped down yesterday. We got a nice buy signal at like 305 and we got paid. That's a classic day trade. You give me a $3 stock that goes up 20 cents, I'm there. It was a
as soon as I heard the Amazon of Africa, I mean, you know that thing is shady as hell.
Anything of anybody else is shady.
Well,
it's always
the China stuff, the this of China, like some of those work.
Oh yeah,
right. But man, when you start talking about the Amazon of Africa, I mean, this thing went from like 70 to 2. I mean, very quickly. I mean, man, let that be a good lesson. When you hear it's like, oh, this is the this of Africa,
something. Oh,
I bet you it's not. And
and also in like 2020 and 2021, we were melting up. Things got so crazy. There was the Amazon of everything.
Everything.
The Amazon of Southeast Asia, the Amazon of Africa, the Amazon of Latin America. I mean,
that's Mercado Libre. That one actually
that
worked.
was good.
Right.
But,
Hey, you know what? The Russian Google, Yandex, worked until they bolted it.
yeah.
Russian Google. We need Russian Google.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. But Kenny, these retail stocks, like retail has been a nice industry group for the past few weeks if you're looking for a fade, because all these things have been under pressure.
Yeah, I'm looking at Kohl's too. You know, that's gapped up nicely also. That's going to probably be a nice fade. But then, you know, we go back to every morning you've got some $3 stock that's up 300%. So today was GCT. You guys see the action in this one? I'm all about this. So if you get over 750, these stocks just keep ripping. So 750 gets you 10. Usually not in the same day. 750 got you 10, and the stock even blasted to 11 and change. So that one I'm looking for. Just give me a reason to short it.
Listen, Kenny, easy with the penny stocks around here, all right, buddy? Easy.
Hold on, I got a better one.
We're gonna need Spencer.
It's a real
Spencer,
stock
we're gonna need to warn our guests not to mention penny stocks. This is unacceptable.
We got a good one though. Talk to me about this Ion Q, because that thing's ripping like it's a penny stock. We got in it. This is like a quantum computing name. They just signed some big deal with Amazon. Sounds like they do some really dope shit that I don't understand. And the chart looks great.
Yeah. So. I liked it because, again, I'm all about the earnings. So after the earnings came out, the stock got hammered. It had a pop that first day, tried to come back. The next day, you had a gorgeous double bottom at 6. So I was like, hey, let's give this stock another shot. 750 calls were sitting there at 20 cents. I was like, you know what? We got 3 weeks for this thing to work. 3 days later, this thing's ripping to $8. We're out of the 750s. We rolled into June 10s for 50 cents, and that's where the stock took off. And again, this is the only industry where you double your money overnight and you feel like a loser, because I got in at 50. I was out at 80 and $1, and next thing you know, they're at 250. So it's just an amazing move. But now that it's come back, I'm looking to play it again on this fade.
When you're naked long calls like that and they just start moving, they're tough to manage, man. When they get 5-10x on you, you don't know what to do sometimes.
Right. Well, I was on the other side of that. I was long those, so that was all right. But
Kenny, I got a question on the 0 days to expiration. How far out are you going out? Because they start listing about 2 weeks ahead, right?
Right.
How long out do you go? A couple days?
I'm going the day. I'm going the day of.
Always the day of?
Yeah. So yesterday I was looking at the Qs. 334.15 was a big spot for me. So when we broke 334.14, I immediately buy the 314s on the 334s that are expiring that minute. I even got the 333s, caught them at 20. They popped to 50. I didn't get a chance to sell into that move, but we still got out at around 30 cents. So I mean, I absolutely love these things because you're not going to be able to find nickel dime options that are chances are going to go to $1 or $2 in one day, unless you're trading these, daily options.
And if you're looking for the juice, you got a lot of people, myself included when I was younger, looking to trade, these little tiny companies because you're getting the volatility. Now with different vehicles, you can get the juice that you want in real companies, like an actual multi-billion-dollar companies. You get plenty of juice. There's something for everybody.
Oh yeah.
So and the exchanges are making a fortune. Give the people what they want. People think that we're not going to 24/7 trading. Like, people actually think that we're not heading there, and I think they're crazy.
Well, it kind of worries me because what I do is a lot of gap reversion. So if we're open 24/7, you're really not going to have that gap. So can you give us Sunday off still? Can we get the day of rest? I need a gap.
If the exchanges are going to profit from it, I'm going to bet that's going to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Strap in. Listen,
that's what it is. Like, is it great for society? Probably not. Is it great for the home life? Probably not. But do you think the exchanges care about your mental health and, your home life? No, they care about profits, as they should, for the record.
Yeah.
So the way I see it, if the exchanges are going to profit, they're going to create a platform for people to get their fix, if you will, and they're going to get paid on that. I mean, I don't know if it's not going to be tomorrow. Maybe it's not going to be next year. I don't necessarily like it, by the way. It's not like, JC says we should trade all day. No, I'm just saying that's what's going to happen.
They're going to.
How long does it take?
but not a lot of people are going to participate. It's going to be very illiquid. I think you'll be allowed to do it, but a lot of people probably won't want to, and institutions will be too big to.
Quietly.
At first.
Quietly, Thinkorswim is open, almost all the time. You could trade the Qs now pretty much until Sunday night.
From Sunday night to Friday afternoon.
Right, yeah.
Robinhood did it too, and I read their press release. It's only like 35 tickers. It's like the 40
for now.
So it's like, all right.
Where's the trend going? Less trading or more?
Right, more trading.
Fun.
And by the way, cryptocurrencies are open 24/7, so we already have a proof of concept. And it's not like they're penny stocks. Granted, there are penny stock situations in crypto. It's $1 trillion asset. It's not nothing.
Yeah, they can go to zero even on the weekends. Look at those things go.
Yep. You can lose money night or day, weekends, weekdays, don't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. I like sleeping good on the weekends. So
Kenny, leave us with something. What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? I'm sticking right now. I'm short the Qs right now. So again, I'm playing.
Where are you out? Where's your stop?
I'm looking for. Well, we're finally getting some downside. So I'll give you the price exactly where I'm looking to cover. Hang on, it was about 10 days ago. We're almost there. 330.42 is my first target on the downside. If that doesn't hold, I hope. Again, I'm hoping for some real selling. I would love to see 328. 328.90, 328 between 328 and 329. So again, just give me a couple points. That's all I'm looking for. I'm back to being the classic day trader. Give me my money and I'm going to sleep. I'm old. I'm 51 now. So by 11:30, I need nap. I gotta take a nap every day. I meditate and then I fall asleep. Or I call it a nap. I call it meditating, but I'm actually just napping. Sounds cooler.
How'd you get into stock trading, Kenny?
Wow. You got about an hour. I was kidnapped by some Filipinos. Now, I was a stockbroker, and it just wasn't for me. And then day trading was basically born. I met a fraternity brother. I was telling him my story of all my boiler room extravaganzas out in Long Island, and he said, "Hey, I'm starting my own firm." I'm like, I'm kind of done with this industry already. He's like, "No, we're going to be able to trade on our own." So I went down to check out his office, and he had kind of like, it was kind of like a reminiscent of a pit. We weren't allowed to enter our own orders yet. You actually had to yell it at the inputter. And it was like, wow, this is pretty exciting. And then day trading was born. I started learning on the SOS system. It was something called SelectNet. And, 1997, 1998, I basically was there for the evolution of electronic trading. So I've been there since day one. So I really am the grandfather of day trading. If you Google me, you'll see me.
Kenny?
I had hair, and I have all these CRT machines. I was on 48 Hours in 2020. I was like the poster child of the industry, and they always made us out to be degenerate gamblers. I wonder why.
And then how'd you start making funny videos?
Funny videos, it's just because I'm an idiot. So I got nothing else to do with my time. What am I going to do all day? So I really started cutting the day off. Classic day trading for me is between 8 o'clock in the morning and noon. So I basically had 2 or 3 hours to myself, and I just started going out when I had an office on Wall Street. We'd go out in the street and start doing man on the street. If you guys, I have some videos on YouTube. By the way, they're not safe for work. If you Google me, make sure you check. But we did the Jesus Christ of Wall Street, which we turned it down and called the Prophet of Profit because it was so insulting. But I used to go out right in the middle of Wall Street with a white suit on and make a stock pick. And I would just scream it out loud.
The Federal Hall, the Federal Hall building next to George Washington.
And I actually had some good calls. I remember the Green Mountain Coffee call. I had the first Solar Short. So we've been having some fun. Yeah, it's been a while. What
about during Occupy Wall Street when the bull was locked up and they fenced in the bull and Kenny's trying to get the bull out and the bull's talking back? It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I got some footage of Josh Brown I could blackmail him with from that event. Yeah.
Josh's first book, Backstage Wall Street, back in the day, the publisher gave him like a budget to like make like a video. So Josh is like walking around Wall Street, and Kenny makes an appearance in the video, and he's like, "Oh, Kenny, how you doing today? Oh, I'm getting my ass, I'm losing all the money." Josh's like, "Really?" Kenny's like, "It's not my money."
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a well-made video. That was fun that day.
All right, guys. The link to Kenny's Twitter is in the description. Check it out. Kenny Glick, hit the bid. Always a pleasure, sir.
Yo, brother. Good luck to you guys. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my